What's up guys, it's Arzu Jain and welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, it's Arzu Jain and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to learn how you can perfect your Excel skills using this AI tool called Chat GPT. If you've never heard of Chat GPT before, I've got you covered. Chat GPT is an AI language model that was initially developed by OpenAI. It is trained on a large corpus of text and can generate human-like responses to questions and prompts in natural language. It is mainly used for generating text and conversational responses in various applications such as chatbots, customer support, and others. Now, let's ask ChatGPT to write us a song or create us a meal prep guide and a fitness routine for the next 5 days. Now, while this is all fun and games, you can also use this tool to help you get work done in Microsoft Excel. And what I personally discovered is that this will literally change the way you work in Excel in the near future. Before we get started, you would be needing access to ChatGPT. Let's start by simply typing this link in your search engine. You can also get this link in the description box down below. Next, you will need to set up an account which is completely free, and once you do that, you will land on the following screen. Here I am in Microsoft Excel and we are going to start out with a very simple function. Then, we'll get a little more complex as we go along. Here we have all the different markets that ABC company caters to and all of their associated revenues. I want to calculate the total revenue for ABC company across the different markets, but I'm not quite sure what function to use. Let's go on to ChatGPT and see if that helps. Here on ChatGPT down below, I can simply type in my question. Write an Excel formula to add up values in cells B2 through B11. Then let's click on Go. It tells me to use the sum function. So we are going to copy that onto our Excel workbook now, and here's the result of all the values added up in cells B2 through B11. Back in my workbook now, I want to calculate the profit. And as many of you know, the profit is revenue minus the cost. But let's say I didn't know that. Let's see if ChatGPT can maybe help me with this. Back in ChatGPT down below, I'll type in my question. Write an Excel formula to calculate the profit. The revenue is in cell A2 and the cost is in cell B2. And then I'll hit Go. And then here it tells me that the formula is A2 minus B2. I can copy this and go back to my workbook and paste it there. Check that out. I now have the profit. Now this function is something that has always been a challenge in Excel. But let me simplify things for you. This is the AI tool talking, not me. Here in Excel, I want to get a unique count of all the different types of ice cream flavors that we sell at AJ's ice cream shop, for example. Now, you'll see that there are some duplicate entries. I have chocolate, chocolate again, and here's another chocolate. And you'll encounter many more duplicates in a much larger Excel workbook. Now, I just want to know how many unique ice cream flavors do we sell at AJ's ice cream shop. So for that, let's ask this question to our friend ChatGPT. Here down below, I'll simply type in, write an Excel formula to count the number of unique values in a list. Here, I get an explanation along with a sample formula of how I can make this work. I'll copy this and let's go back to our Excel workbook. Back in Excel here, I will paste the function, but I have to make some minor tweaks. Looking at all the information that is comprised in the formula, I don't want to include the header. So for that, I'll change the ones to twos and hit enter. And then here it tells me that we have 7 unique values. So we have hazelnut, chocolate, raspberry, and then here's the duplicate. Salted caramel, mango, and another duplicate, and peanut butter, and finally vanilla. I'm sure you're craving an ice cream as much as I am, but we gotta move on. On this next sheet, I want to know the price of an iced coffee. That's my AM drink, y'all. Over here on this sheet, I have a list of drinks that you would get at any cafe and the associated price for each drink. So over here, I see iced coffee and the price is $4. To find the price otherwise in a much larger file with more values, you would typically use VLOOKUP. You could also use XLOOKUP or even a combination of functions known as index match. Let's see if our AI friend ChatGPT can figure this one out. Back on the website at the bottom, I will write down write an Excel formula to find iced coffee in a table and return the price. Here, I get the response back, which tells me how VLOOKUP works, and I can use this vertical lookup function to get the price of an iced coffee. So I will copy this and let's bring it back to Excel. This formula required a small adjustment. In this function, it told me bn, n being the number of rows that I have in my table. So I'll go ahead and change n to 8 since we have 8 rows with different values. And then this formula returns me the price of $4, which is what I would pay for an iced coffee. Back on our workbook, let's try out another example. Here I want to extract the first names from all these email addresses. Now I could use something called a flash fill where I could type in the first name Arzu and hit enter. Now I'll select this cell and go up to the data tab up here where there is an option called flash fill. And when I click on that, it will copy this pattern all the way down. But let's delete these values for now because I really want to know the formula or the function that I could use to accomplish this exact same thing. Let's jump back onto the website. I'll type in my question down below. Write an Excel formula to extract all the text before the @ character in cell A2. And look at that! Here I get a set of functions, which is the left function along with the find function. So let's copy this onto our Excel sheet. I will highlight cells B2 through B6 and here I will paste in the function that our Chat GPT alternative ChatSonic recommended. So here it gives us the exact same result, which are the first names of all these people. Now moving on to our final function here, the if condition. Okay, so these AI tools can help with writing different functions. But how about the complex one like writing an if function? Here on our Excel workbook, we have a list of students enrolled in the French elective class along with their respective end of semester scores. Now, let's look at this colored key right here. In order for these students to pass their French class, they need a score of 65 or more. However, if they have failed to achieve their score, we would unfortunately have to fail these students. So now, how do we know who passed the semester and who failed? In order to find out, we would have to go back to our AI tool and ask our question. Here down below, I would type in, write an Excel formula to see if the value in cell B2 is greater than 65. If yes, then pass. If not, then fail. We get an if formula, which is a logical test formula to test a condition. In this case, we are testing the score for the conditional result of pass or fail. So let's copy this back on our Excel workbook and drag this down until C11. Now, we can see the end of semester results for all these students enrolled in the French elective. That was amazing! I don't know about you, but Excel doesn't seem that intimidating to me anymore. If you have to write something as simple as a sum or a count function or even have to type a macro, it's no problem. You could have this AI get all started and all you would have to do is some minor tweaks here and there. But then that's all. This not only does the work for you, but it can also save you a lot of money signing up for online courses as it gives you a detailed explanation for the derivation of the function or the formula. I'm sure this video was helpful and look at you now, you're an Excel master. If you like this video and want to see more of such content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in my next video, or maybe you'll see Arzu AI given the pace at which technology is advancing.